doctor's appointment, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna go live. You tell short person problems. The visor, the sun's like in my face, so I'm like, yeah, halfway. Yeah, I don't know if you guys go to Starbucks at all. They've got this new thing. I was like, Asia will get their pineapple refresher. It's like got pineapple, like freeze-dried pineapple chunks in it, but it's got coconut milk in it too. But they've got these things called lavender frappuccinos, so I thought I'd try one. Oh my god, it's like super, super good. You haven't slept yet, Becca? Why not? The baby keep you up, or you just not feeling good? You can't see her. I've got Onyx with me. She's with me. She's going with me. Oh, she's like, what? You said my name? I brought Onyx with me to my doctor's appointment. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I hope you get to feeling better. I know you've been going through a lot too. My friend Lee said she goes through a lot of stuff with her cancer and stuff too. Am I going to run over the poor guy picking up trash off the side of the road? It's like really good. I did I'll upload it to my TikTok later. I did one of those like reveal, or what do they call it, a reaction video or whatever. I've never done one, but I don't know how to describe what lavender tastes like, but it's like really, it's kind of a springy taste. I can taste the vanilla that's in it. It's got vanilla in it. It's a really light purple lavender color. Go figure. It's called a lavender cappuccino or frappuccino. So it's a frozen cold drink. We'll look at the chat here now. I'm kind of in a construction area. I hate construction areas because they narrow the road some. Of course, you got the construction people and stuff. It's kind of pretty. I think maybe I can turn this a little bit more. The area. Where's my? So you can kind of see a little bit of Virginia. You can see the mountain, kind of the mountains over here, some of the hills and stuff. Hopefully the sun's not hitting you, but just kind of give you a little bit of the view. Oh, and now Onyx wants to jump up here. But, I mean, I've got some curvy roads and stuff, but it's kind of nice, you know. Even the highway and stuff has stuff. But here's my sidekick. Onyx, say hi. Say hi to your fans. And Onyx got a pup cup this morning. I got a video of her with her little pup cup. It's really pretty through here. It's a nice drive, and this is part of Virginia. I'm heading to Roanoke. So my pain doctor is in Roanoke. Oh, here's some more of the. Maybe I have to do it kind of sideways. They're kind of cockeyed a little bit. I have to kind of do it that way, so that way you guys can get. There's a bar, like directly. Oh, stop traffic! Yay! We're getting ready to go down to one lane. That's why. Yay me! So it looks like I'm going to be that person. I turn the background. What a pain in the butt. Let me get merged over. I hate that. I don't like being that person that waits until the last minute to merge. But it looks like I don't have a choice. I was coming up on it. All right, that's cool. They call it like zipping the zipper or something like that. I know, she's so sweet. But I got video of her eating her pup cup this morning too. She's like, "What is going on, Mom? What's going on? What's up, Mom? What's going on? What is it, Onyx? What's going on? What's going on?" The flap. You can just hear the flapping of the skin. The flapping of the skin. The flapping of the skin. Mwah. Oh my gosh, I told her, I was like, "You want to go bye-bye?" And she was like so excited. I took her potty. I told Blake, I was like, "I'm just going to take the dog with me." And he's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." Bella's been having some issues with her back, like in the mornings and stuff. She's my old lady, but she'll get up and she'll like have her back arched, like she gets like a kink in her back. What? No, you can't have mine. You had yours. Turkey. Turkey. Maybe I'll give you a bite of my cheese Danish. Everything's so expensive though. I remember I could get, at once upon a time, you could get a drink and like a cheese Danish at Starbucks for like $7 or $8. It was like $11. But I've had money on my Starbucks account for like forever. We don't eat at Starbucks or get stuff at Starbucks. It's like a rare treat, so I usually have stuff on there. It just depends. It depends on how many wrinkles. They're a popular breed because of their wrinkles. I try to get them with wrinkles, but not like tons and tons of wrinkles. The more wrinkles they have, the more apt they are to have skin issues. They get like yeast under their folds and it causes issues. So yes and no. They have allergic reactions to all kinds of different things. Bella has had, there was something, we were in North Carolina, she kept breaking out a lot. There was something in the backyard, and I think it was the pine needles, because there was lots and lots and lots of pine needles in the backyard, because we had some pine trees. I don't remember what kind of pine trees, but we had some really tall pine trees and stuff in the backyard, and it was like a constant battle with skin issues with Bella. I'd never had that kind of skin issues with her in the 10 years I've had her. Well, almost 10 years. She'll be 10 in August. Never had problems with her until I moved to North Carolina with those kind of issues. And once we left North Carolina and moved here to Virginia, cleared right up. Not a problem at all. It wasn't fleas. There was something in the backyard, whether it was something in the grass, whether it might have been the grass. Who knows? But yeah, so it just depends. I've seen Sharpei that had skin issues because of food, and it's kind of a guessing game. It's kind of like with kids. Yeah, it was cute yesterday. Lisa hunched over. When she's not feeling good, when she's just walking around with her head down, and she was like constantly going Blake will take her and he'll lift her up slowly. He'll take her paws and lift her up really, really slow and like take her up onto her back feet. And up wide load. Yes, I started by my ass. Wide load. Ha ha. There's a truck that I'm passing that's got a big wide load. He's taking up 2 lanes of traffic. He'll pick her up and almost like lift her up like she's almost like jumping up like on your legs while she's while you're standing, and he'll kind of lift her up and then slowly put her back down, and then she just kind of stands there, and then she starts to kind of look up a little bit. It's almost like giving her an adjustment, like going to the chiropractor. He said yesterday he actually felt and kind of heard a little pop in her back, and then she was fine. Hi T, how are you? How are you doing today? And it's like 41 degrees today. It was in the 60s yesterday. And then last night we had frost warnings. It was really strange. So right now it says I will make it to my doctor's office around 10. That'll be a shock. I'll actually make it there early for once. My appointment not until 11, but I tried to get out of the house by about 7:30. It usually says about 2 to 2.5 hour drive, but because of construction, it always seems to take longer. I don't know why. Yeah, they do. I think it's neat that they do that. You wouldn't think that kind of thing is around, but yeah, I've seen that before. They say another thing that you can do for your dogs, and Blake tried it with Bella, and he felt like he hurt her, so he doesn't do it that way anymore. It's cute. Blake does research to try to help the dog. He's so cute. I love that man. I keep hitting my cruise control and messing it up. Is lifting them up by their back legs and kind of, lifting them up that way instead of with their front paws. But he felt like he hurt her that way. Almost like a wheelbarrow race, like when we were kids. Hi, All Lives Matter. How are you this morning or today? I guess I'm in the U.S., so it's 8:37 in the morning. I just assume everybody's from the U.S., and that's not always the case. How are you today? Happy Monday. I have drank this thing too fast. It is so good. These views are so pretty, don't they? Some more of them. It's neat when I get on the motorcycle and actually get off of like the freeway and stuff. You can like really get like all up in the mountains and stuff. But where I live, there's like all kinds of mountains and stuff all around me. Oh, there's a prison off to the left. You guys can't see it, but I've never paid attention to it. It's got razor wire all around it. I will probably I'll probably do live on the way back home too. Hi, what is this? By the way, good morning, Unleashed. of chilling. I'm on my way to my doctor's appointment, and it's like a little over 2 hours away. So nothing special. I just thought I would jump on here and just kind of just hang out with everybody. Oh, here's a good one. I'm just kind of just like hanging out with people. Here's some more of. I'm in Virginia, and I'm actually heading from Bristol, Virginia to Roanoke, Virginia for my doctor's appointment. So we're just kind of on here, just kind of hanging out, seeing how everybody is this Monday, and just kind of hanging out with some, seeing who's on. Just trying to make some new friends on YouTube. I do have a TikTok and stuff, but that's like a whole different kind of group there. This is my YouTube channel, and it's usually dedicated to just my dogs. I do have one of my dogs with me. She's in my back seat, but she's laying down right now, so you can't see her. I have Chinese Shar-Pei dogs. Or Onyx. Come here. Onyx. This is Onyx. Open. We hit a bump. So my channel is mainly for my dogs, but I get on live periodically and just kind of hang out too. My TikTok channel is mainly for me, but I post stuff on there for them too. I was on here a while back, and I was just kind of cooking. So I'm kind of a random person. You kind of never know what you're gonna get when I go live. Today I'm driving, which I wasn't. I've not done that before. But I do have like a hands-free device that's up in it attaches to my rear view mirror. When I was trying to get everything set up for my channel for YouTube, I found this. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. It says Roanoke is 101 miles away. Sadness, it's gone. It was so good. I want another one. Quick, someone send me another one. It's a lavender emergency. Oh, well, boo. That was nice while it lasted. I just got the grande. I didn't get like the great big one or anything. It's just like almost like the regular size. Nice thing about my doctor's appointment is it kind of shoots my day. Actually, a couple things about this particular doctor appointment. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust a little bit. I'm sorry, like you guys are seeing like kind of half my face. Half my face is kind of highlighted and half is not. Excuse me. Not only does it kind of shoot my day, so I take the day off of work. But it's also, we call it Jimmy John's Day. My husband, I introduced him to Jimmy John's subs. We do not have a Jimmy John's in Bristol, and there was not one in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, where we used to live. There's a cop up here, but he's not going to really get me. Haha, I'm on cruise control. But we were, I think we were in Ohio when my granddaughter died. I think we were somewhere, and I seen a Jimmy John's, and I like their bread for some reason. Yeah, it's very far for this appointment. There's a reason for that too. Sadly, there's a reason for that. But anyway, I convinced him to try Jimmy John's subs, and he was like me, like the bread. I don't know what it is about their bread. It's just like the texture of their French bread. It's just like really good. There's nothing super special about the meat or anything. It's like a good quality meat. But it's not like a super, super expensive place. But there's one here in Roanoke. So whenever I come to my appointment, I bring my cooler with me and I bring home Jimmy John's subs. So it's like it's Jimmy John's day. The reason I come to Roanoke, no, that drink was not bitter. It's like sweet. It was really wild. Yeah, someone was saying that they actually put some of that lavender powder in their green tea or something there at Starbucks. You can get it like in their chai tea or something. I had never heard of lavender in anything. Today was the first time I'd ever seen it. So I was trying to do a search on YouTube, like on Google or whatever, trying to figure out what does lavender taste like. To describe to me what lavender tasted like. So I took faith and tried it. This actually, it has, the Frappuccino had vanilla in it also, so maybe that helps. But it tasted very, very good. The first taste was a little strange. I did a reaction video, and I was kind of like, I wanted to try to describe what it tasted like. And if you smell lavender, it kind of smells like a light flavor or a light smell in some cases. It kind of tastes almost the way it smells, if that makes any sense at all. It's a really light colored purple, like a light lavender colored purple. And it almost tastes the way it looks. I don't know how to describe it. I can't compare it to anything. It was different. But it was a good different, especially after like the first couple tastes of it. It definitely grew on me. It's like I might have to get another one on the way home. Because there's a Starbucks right beside that Jimmy John's. That's bad. It's like, oh my god, that tasted so good. Darn it, I hate that tasted that good. I don't usually drink. I usually don't go to Starbucks. I usually am not like a huge Starbucks fan. It's like their menus never change. Well, every once in a while they'll add a new drink that's different or whatever. But the reason I go to, kind of back to the reason I go so far to my doctor's appointment, Lisa. When I moved to, I've been going to the pain doctor for my neck almost 12 years now. I was raised with horses. I used to show horses at 4-H. We had horses all the time. So I used to train and break horses to ride, and so I've been bucked off horses, yanked around by horses and stuff like that. I'm also double jointed or loose jointed. I can dislocate like my shoulders and stuff. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I've not had like broken bones often at all in my life. I did fracture both my wrists when I got bucked off a horse once, which was crazy. That's a whole other story I can tell sometime. But I have bulging discs, arthritis, and bone spurs in my neck, in my C-spine, in multiple areas. And I get muscle spasms and migraines. Sometimes my migraines can be caused from my neck and muscle spasms from tension headaches. But then I also get migraines from weather pattern changes. But I've been going to the pain clinic and stuff for about 12 years due to these issues. surgery on my neck because of it's not impeding on any nerves. It just I feel like I'm carrying bowling balls on my shoulders a lot of times. So it's like I'm constantly like doing this and doing stretches and things like that. It's just like I expire physical therapy every time. I've tried acupuncture. I've tried the physical therapy. The only thing I haven't tried is surgery, and they haven't wanted to do it. And I really don't want to do surgery if I can avoid it. So it's like as long as I can function, I'm good, and I can still ride my motorcycle. So I'm good with that too. Oh, see, I can dislocate mine for fun. I don't think I can do it in here because I don't, but I can. I'm very, very, very flexible. Way too flexible. I can sit, like right here. I'm sitting here dislocating my shoulder right now, just doing this. Yeah, I'm already developing arthritis in my shoulders. I gotta be the only person that tore their rotator cuff sleeping. I don't know if you remember that Becca tear my rotator cuff was several while back when Blake had his surgery last year. But they don't want to do surgery on it because I got so much buildup from dislocating my shoulder that if they scrape any of that off when they do the repair for a rotator cuff, it's going to lock my shoulder up. But anyway, the distance for the doctor. So I've always had to find a pain clinic or a pain doctor or whatever whenever I've moved with the military when I was married to it. So when I moved to Bristol, I was trying to find a pain doctor, and oh my God, the healthcare system in Bristol is insane. We've got like two options as far as, well, actually one for like hospital, and they're not great. The hospital is not. I think it just depends on like who's on duty, on whether they're good or not. But you don't have much choice. They own like all the hospitals in the area, and almost a lot of the doctors are there too. They're in that system. And fortunately, my doctor is not in their system. I go to HMG. But anyway, I try to find a pain doctor in Bristol. There's many of them, but they're all like short term, and it's like surgical related. They're all like orthopedic doctor type, and that's not they don't handle my cases. There was one doctor that does handle long-term pain management. However, they do not accept my insurance. I would have to go and have to pay out of pocket, but that's considered insurance fraud, health insurance fraud. So I had to find out somebody on my own. My health insurance, thankfully, is such where I don't need to have a referral to go to whoever I want. So I got to kind of looking around, and I remembered that when I lived in Herndon, Virginia, when I was married to my ex, there was a place that I went to called, I'm not going to say the place, but there was a place that I used when I lived in Herndon, and I did a search because I was like, well, maybe there's a place there, with that name, and let me see if they've got anything that's somewhat close, because they already had my records. So, and I knew they were in Virginia. So why not see if they're close? Because I was having an issue with trying to even find a place, but even trying to get even like my medication set up and whatever. I went almost 2 months without any of my medications and stuff because of the idiot doctors I had. My doctor didn't want to refill my medications until I had a new MRI done. And then she was going to determine whether or not I still needed to do my medications. I'm like, I've been on the same exact medication, the same exact dosages of medication and stuff for 10 years. We don't need to reinvent this wheel. I'm good with doing updated MRIs because it lets them know if anything's progressing. That's something that needs to be done, and I was due to get updated stuff anyway. But the whole hogwash about let's reinvent the wheel, I've run into that a couple of times throughout the years, and it's stupid. I've got a paper trail like 1,000 miles long from Georgia to Colorado, from Colorado back to Georgia, then to Virginia, then to North Carolina, and now back to Virginia. What else do you want? I can give you the paper trail from everywhere. So anyway, so I found that facility, or that group again, and they still have my records. Duh. I've been a patient before, and they had a location, but it's in Roanoke, and because I was a previous patient, they were actually able to get me in to see that doctor the next day. I was like, yes, please, let's do it. So they went ahead and I went in, no hassle, no nothing. They went ahead and got me situated on my meds. I sent them the MRI stuff once I had that done, and I've been with them ever since. So yeah, it's a distance, but I mean, I have more views like this all the way there, and I have it on the way back too. And when the weather's nice out, I can take a motorcycle, and there's off the beaten paths where I could actually ride, back ways through some of these views, and not have to deal with the road. So I can make a whole day out of a ride if I wanted to. So it's got advantages and disadvantages to having it this far. Would I have liked to have had something a little bit closer to home? Absolutely. But I don't mind. When I lived in Ohio, to have a good paying job in Ohio from where I lived, I had to drive because I lived in the middle of nowhere in Ohio. I had to drive like almost 45 minutes one way from Madison County up to Columbus, Grove City. When I worked at that construction company at Kirk Williams, and then I was all over Columbus because I was going to the various job sites that we had. So it is what it is. I mean, if you want a decent paying job, sometimes you got to drive a little bit different, a little bit distance. I've gotten lucky with the job that I have now that I work from home. It took me working, 30, well, not 30, but over 25 years worth of experience and stuff to finally get a job like that. It's made things work. There was times where I would have to, work like 10 hours, come home and fix supper, and then I'd pick up, grab AC, and him and I would go fishing for an hour, and then come home and, get his homework done, and then put him to bed, and then get him back up the next day for school, and get him off, and then get him to work, and come back home, and, just kind of do what I needed to do, but still, spend time with my kid. I just do my thing. The only downfall was, I had to have somebody I had to pay somebody to kind of watch him for a few hours while I was at work. That was the downfall, but it worked out. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Single mom life sucks sometimes. And I was even married. That's what the bad thing was. Tim would be gone like for a month or whatever with the military. And it was just like, I didn't depend on him for daycare and stuff like that. He paid the main bills. I had to take care of my son because it wasn't his, so I had to take care of that stuff. I would know this by heart. I know most of it. Which is wild because it's like, it looks like I'm going towards Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, that's a pretty view. You guys can see it a little bit. It's not too bad for you guys to see. I had to turn it, otherwise you guys have this pole in your. Also, once you guys have that pole, you kind of see it right off to the bottom corner. Virginia is a very pretty state. Now, when you get up closer to like the DC area and stuff, then it gets a whole lot more congested and everything. But there are some really, really pretty areas in Virginia. It's just a very pretty state. There's so much history. Like even in Virginia and Tennessee area, like where I'm at, there's so much history with the Civil War and the Underground Railroad and stuff like that. There's trails and stuff you can go on. There's historical markers to go see. We've got caves that are close that you can go to, and I don't even. If we can get Blake's ankle situated, I'd love to go to some of the caves. Like we've got like the Luray Caverns, those are a little far away, but those are really pretty. I've got some pictures that I've posted, a couple motivational things on my TikTok that I've used, pictures I've taken from the caves. The Luray Caverns in Luray, Virginia, they actually have have an organ that someone made that actually they can play music off of the stalactites and stalagmites with a like almost like a pipe organ, but the sounds are from the stalactites and stalagmites. That's where the sounds come from. It's not from like a regular piano or whatnot. But yeah, I love our area. Hello, how are you, Captain Kush? How are you doing today? Cheers to you too, sir, or ma'am. Not sure. Is it Captain Kush? I'm not sure if that's a male or female, or they, them, or whatnot. I'm trying not to just assume, especially these days. I try to be a little bit more sensitive to that. I actually work in an industry that's very sensitive to that kind of stuff. We're very inclusive. I try to kind of be that way. I definitely don't want to. I definitely want my channel to be very welcoming for that kind of stuff too. I won't allow people to not feel welcome in my channel or in my chat. Even if it was my friends that came in and started to disrespect people, I would definitely have to ask my friends to leave me. Oh goodness, what's there? They've got fire department, they've got the wrecker, but I don't see anybody wrecked. There's stuff going on back there. I wanted to be that nosy rubbernecker, but couldn't turn my neck enough to look, and it was way on the other side of the freeway. How's everybody else doing today? How was your weekend? Becca, are you still in here? I was going to ask you if you had checked out that game, Grounded. They did an update on Grounded and added an ant queen. And Blake and I went and had to give a food offering to the ant queen, and she gave us a baby ant. It was so cute. I was all giddy over a baby ant on a video game the other night. I don't suppose you were watching us last night at all, Lisa, were you? We were playing Warframe. We went to an area where we could cash in our Riven slivers for some extra mod stuff. And we came upon an altar, like a memorial altar in the video game. for Destiny. So I'm gonna look that up and see what he did for Destiny. I thought that was neat. You see some of that kind of stuff with DayZ. There's little areas all over the map where different players that were very, very loyal to the game tried to contribute to the game, like maybe they were streamers and things like that. And they passed away from cancer or car accidents or whatever, and they'll have like a little memorial tribute to them in the game. I'm pretty multifaceted. I play video games. I'm faithful and have a YouTube channel, a TikTok channel. Sorry about that. Kind of in the mountains, so I may like drop a little bit here and there. Hello, back to me. Oh, my dog's food. I hear food. I hear my mom. She's got food. And of course, we missed the trees. I tried to turn it because there was a whole bunch of trees that were changing colors. There was all kinds of pinks and yellows and browns and stuff where all the trees are blooming. Sorry, I was like, oh well, if I can't do anything, I'm gonna sit here and eat I'm gonna eat my cheese Danish. Onyx heard my dedicated to my dogs, but I jump on and do lives periodically too. I'm trying to grow it. I'm trying to get it up to where my goal with my channel is to help with. I'm trying to get it grown so where I can get it monetized, but not necessarily for me per se. Yes, for me, but it's more because of the dogs. I've got 2 Shar-Pei. They're kind of my passion. Is my dogs. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. But the goal for my channel is the dogs. I've got 2 Chinese Shar-Pei right now, and if Onyx, I've got Onyx who's in the back seat right now, and she's asleep. But there is a rescue group, a Chinese Shar-Pei rescue here in Virginia. I wanted to start doing some more with them as a foster and be more involved with helping them out. That's the goal of this channel. To help with offsetting vet bills, being able to be a foster parent to some of those rescues. What happens with the Shar-Pei, and I don't know if you know much about Shar-Pei. Oh, thank you. They're a very popular breed because they're cute with all the wrinkles and everything. People will get this breed of dog not realizing what it takes to take care of them. I've had Shar-Pei a lot throughout my life and understand that it takes a lot to take care of these dogs. They're not for the weak at heart, but they're very entertaining. They're very rewarding. They're very loyal. They're wonderful dogs. But unfortunately, they do come with some health conditions and stuff like that a lot. I'll be uploading a video later. Onyx got to have a pup cup. We went to Starbucks. Starbucks has a new drink out that I've discovered today. I didn't know. Called a lavender frappuccino. But Onyx got to have a pup cup. It was her first ever pup cup, and she seemed to like it because she wanted my frappuccino. If she'd wake up, I'd give her a piece of my my Danish. Onyx. She's like super, super gentle. Yep, she's up here. Onyx. There she is. Onyx, here. Quiet. Onyx. Oh. Hold on. We're going around a curve. I don't want her to fall over. Wait. There it is. I've got a doctor's appointment today. And hello, by the way, Rituals. I've got a doctor's appointment, and unfortunately, this particular doctor is like over 2 hours away. And it's not supposed to be hot here in Virginia today. It's only supposed to be like 61. And so I asked Onyx if she wanted to go bye-bye with me today. Here we go. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hello. She likes to go bye-bye. My other dog, if you ask Bella if she wants to go bye-bye, she puts her head down and slinks away. She does not like to leave the house. I will say Bella looks at you and she's like, why do we have to leave, Mom? Everything is here that you could possibly want. Onyx, say hi to everybody. Say hello. Slow down. There's a wreck up here, so I gotta slow down a bit. You wanna say hi? Or she'll be looking at everything here in a second. Onyx. It's a human. You wanna bite with cheese on it? She's so gentle. She's like so gentle. She's gonna be the most gentle dog I've ever had. I have like something a little itty bitty, and she'll just gently take it from me. She is a doll baby. She's a she. She's she's a female, and she's fixed. She's not going to have puppies or anything like that. I don't get them to breed them. Like I said, I want to work with the rescue. The rescue group that I've been somewhat, I send them donations and stuff, but the rescue that I'm working with, actually, I don't know if you guys are sports fans or not, like with the NFL, but this year, around the Super Bowl, called the Puppy Bowl, our rescue group, the Virginia Shar-Pei Rescue, actually had a Shar-Pei that was featured in the Puppy Bowl this year. His name was Cronut. If you watched the Puppy Bowl, Cronut was from the Virginia Shar-Pei Rescue. Cronut's name was actually Jake, but he is a Shar-Pei puppy. He was bigger than the other dogs, but he is a puppy. And he is all personality. He didn't win his popularity contest, but we were voting and cheering on Cronut like constantly. But yeah, that's I want to. We've got the 2 Shar-Pei right now, but I've got a full-time job. My husband's got a full-time job, and unfortunately, they do take up vet bills. Onyx is very healthy, but she is going to need what's called an atropian surgery. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that goes with the breed is their eyelids, and there's other breeds that have it too, but their eyelids will roll a little bit inwards toward their eyeball. And if you ever see dogs that have tears that looks like they've been crying a lot, they have that problem too, is their eyelids have rolled inwards and their eyelashes are rubbing on their eyeball, and that causes those tears. Unfortunately, dogs that have wrinkles like that, bulldogs, pugs, I don't think pugs as much, but Pekingese can have them. Bull mastiffs, sometimes those kinds of dogs will have them. Any kind of dog that has like wrinkles like around their eyes can have this. But what they do is they'll go in and they'll remove a little tiny piece of the skin and kind of like do like an eye lift, if you will, and bring the eyelid back up and bring the eyelid so that it unrolls so it doesn't cause irritation. It can cause infections. It can eventually actually cause blindness if it's not treated. But they do usually, as puppies, for those kind of dogs, they'll do what's called tacking. Is they'll stitch up a little bit their eyelids in hopes that as those dogs grow into their wrinkles, they won't need to have that extra surgery. I didn't think that we were going to have that with Onyx, but I've been noticing a little bit, or once in a while she'll kind of paw a little bit at her eye, and every once in a while, it's not often, but I'm afraid it's going to get bad. I've been keeping an eye on it, so don't know yet if she's going to need the surgery, but it's something that we're keeping an eye on with her vet, on whether or not she's going to need it. But that surgery is around $500 for that kind of surgery with my vet. But those kinds of things happen with any animal, but with working with the rescue, those are those kinds of things that'll pop up. Not all of those kind of dogs with the rescue are going to be mixed and stuff, and sometimes those have extra health issues that come with it. So the channel, once it gets monetized and grows, it will start to kind of generate a little bit of its own money. only have like 200 followers, a little over 200 followers, so it's not big enough yet to really generate a lot. So I haven't really been asking for anything. We're still a growing channel. So I don't feel like it's I don't know, I'm not good at asking for stuff. So right now I just ask for either shares or like the channel, subscribe. You know, if you like the content, like the videos that you like, and you know, if you want, share them out to your friends, because I try to upload some entertaining ones, because they're very they're entertaining. My favorite one right now is where Onyx is protecting me from the plastic bag. Or there's one on there, I think it's bone juggling, I think it's what I titled that one. Onyx is trying to put multiple shoe bones in her mouth at once. They're very entertaining. There's some ASMR videos where they're just entertaining dogs. I try not to like over edit and stuff like that. I think a lot of their videos kind of stand on their own. They don't need all the extra. I don't know. Maybe that's to my detriment. I don't know. I think too many people try too hard to do big productions. I think. I don't know. Maybe that's my niche. I don't feel the need to have to do a bunch of production for the videos. It's like all you gotta do is click on it and then just watch it. They're pretty entertaining, and I don't have to promote them. They promote themselves. I just point the camera and click, and they do their thing. I just get lucky and catch them once in a while. Sorry, dude. I tried to slow down, but you wouldn't slow down to do it. You kept trying to outrun everybody. Actually, I'm making pretty decent time. That's the problem. That's why everybody's going so slow. Sorry. I'm in an area where there was a semi. Hello, how are you? Semi that's like almost half a mile back now. I don't know why he's so far ahead. He's not doing a very good job at his job. That's not much. I could do that job. I just don't like driving like that. this there's a truck beside me, SUV or whatever beside me, that's running what I call front door for an oversized load. He's nowhere close to the oversized load that he's escorting. It's kind of funny. It's like, you're not doing a very good job, dude. You've lost your load. You're supposed to be kind of sticking with your person. Load is like almost a mile behind you. It's gonna push down. When I was younger, my dad, kind of a little bit about me. I was raised on a hog farm. My dad was a pig farmer, and he co-op farmed with my dad and my uncle. So they had a lot of land that they farmed. I mean, we lived on property, but they also had multiple properties around the county. Some they rented from other business people that owned property. They would rent it off of them so that they could farm it, which was always kind of interesting. I guess now that my grandparents are gone, my two uncles, one of my uncles is just a businessman that lives in Texas. He's got a lot of money. He's just done well for himself. But my other uncle still does some farming. At this point, so he kind of does the same thing that my rich uncle does. But when they would, I'm kind of getting off topic there, so I'll get back on task. When they would move equipment from one farm to another or one field to another, go ahead, get over. They had big combines, or they'd have the plows and things like that they'd have people behind them with the tractors, or sometimes with the trucks, but usually they'd just haul it behind the tractor and just move it with the tractor, the plow, or the seeder and stuff behind it. It's this great big huge piece of equipment, and I would either drive front door or back door, or my dad would drive front door and I'd be back door or whatever, and we'd have CB radios. Not walkie-talkies, but actual CB radio, like what you have like in the semis. And we could communicate with one another through the CB radio. My handle was bubblegum, because I always shoot bubblegum when I was a kid. I loved to blow bubbles with my bubblegum. That's why I got my handle. My brother was Pigpen, because he was always playing in the dirt. But anyway, but I would, my job, if I was riding front door, was to get up ahead of my whoever was in the tractor or the combine, and I could radio ahead that there was oncoming traffic. There was traffic coming toward them, so they knew to get off the road, or pull over a little bit so that traffic could go by, so they weren't impeding the traffic. Or if I was driving back door, riding back door is the term that they would use, I could radio up ahead saying, hey, I've got 4 cars behind me. If you want, you can pull over. I can kind of tap my brakes and I could wave them. I'd stick my arm out the window and wave the people around me. So that way they knew that the coast was clear. And my uncle or grandpa or whoever was in that tractor, they were sitting up high enough that they could see whether there was oncoming traffic. And we could let people know, that there was no traffic, that they could pass. So we had like this whole really cool system going on, with helping traffic. So yeah, it was just kind of cool, cool system. So when I see the big wide loads and stuff on the semi or on the freeway, I get kind of amused when I see like the front door person and their truck or whatever is like a mile behind them. It's like, yeah, you're not doing a good job. Well, where's your load? But when you're on the freeway, there's really not a need for the front door person unless that semi is going fast, I guess. But if you've got that big of a wide load, why are you going that fast? That's not very safe or smart, especially if you're in like the mountains and you're going around curves and stuff like that. You're gonna have fun trying to stop that big old load if your air brakes give out or something. You're a little screwed. I'm going to make it there around 10:60. I always try to leave a little early in case I hit traffic or if there's accidents. There's usually a bunch of construction. But I do well enough with my medications because I'm not an idiot that abuses my medications. They make it harder and harder for those of us that use our medications, and we don't abuse our medications. We're not out selling our medications, and we use it because we need it. Oh my God, some of these views are beautiful. I think. I'm trying to turn it so you can see something and not have I can't see the chat real well at the moment. But I'm trying to turn it so you can see. Some of these views are beautiful. And when I'm on the freeway, they're just really pretty. Oh, Pat, and you're looking at the back seat, not out my window. So that was defeating the purpose. Sorry about that, guys. But you can see the trees are getting their leaves and stuff back, and everything's in bloom. If you're closer to DC, you'd be able to see all the cherry trees that are in bloom. It's just like a really pretty drive. It's really cool on the motorcycle with all the curves. If you like curvy roads, you'll be able to see some of the curves up here. I mean, I'm in the Camaro, so it's not so bad, but I'm not one to... I don't like to go speed too much and stuff in the car. When you're on the freeways and stuff, I don't do all that. I don't ride a crotch rocket. I can ride a 2015 Road King. So I'm not on my motorcycle for speed either. But I do like curves. I love the curvy roads. Love them. See, here's another one. These guys riding for an oversized load, but where's his load at? I don't see an oversized load anywhere. Where's his load at? Grace, you heard your name. You heard your name. I tried to let her sit up front with me this morning. And she was up front for like 2 minutes, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm riding in the back. I've got the back seat. Well, when you were looking at the back seat a minute ago, I've got a fluffy blanket. Her and Bella both love soft blankets. So they both, when I'm working, they can be found a lot of times laying in our bedroom up on the bed, just sound asleep, unless there's a cat or something in the backyard, and then their Bella or Onyx will be at the back door, sounding like squealing tires, like burning rubber. Left lane closed for passing, not cruising. Oh, I like it. They're trying to get people to get over and let people pass, not cruise. Just like set the cruise control and just stay in the left lane. That's always so annoying when people just stay in the left-hand lane. It's like, would you get out of the way? Get back over in the right-hand lane so people can pass. So you kind of see that this is like really pretty views. Even though you're just driving, there's a lot of things to look at. It's like really pretty. Welcome back. I turned the camera so you can kind of see the road. It's just really pretty landscaping because I'm in the mountains area. Virginia is really pretty, which is where I live. I don't know if I'm assuming you're in the U.S. Are you in the U.S., DJ? I live in Bristol, Virginia. I'm like right on the border of Virginia and Tennessee is where I live. And I'm on my way to Roanoke, Virginia. So I was trying to let you guys see a little bit of how the spring is like bringing everything back to the greens and oranges and some of the just really pretty views because I'm in the mountains area. So if I lose some service, it's because I'm in these areas. You can see the mountains and stuff, the curves and whatnot. I wish I had a really good GoPro that I could like put on the front of my motorcycle. Now that the weather is getting good again, I'll be able to get some good stuff on my motorcycle for this channel and for my TikTok. But this channel is more for my dogs, so I won't have too much on here. If you want to see stuff like that, you're welcome to follow me on my TikTok. I think I've got a link on this channel for my TikTok also, if you're interested in that. But this one's mainly for my dogs. But doing the lives and stuff helps me get some of my watch hours and stuff up, which are all requirements to monetization and stuff, I guess, with the YouTube stuff. I'm not like flying. I'm going at 72 miles an hour. The speed limit is 70. Sometimes I will go about 75-ish. I am in a Camaro, I mean, it's tempting to go around these curves. It'll hug the curves. I don't have like one of the fancy Camaros. Mine's a 2015 Camaro, but it's the V6. My ex-husband didn't want to splurge and get me the nice Camaro. He spent all his money on the Dodge, the Durango Denali, with all the bells and whistles. I don't know if you can see the mountain off to I can't get it to turn. There's a really pretty mountain that's going up to the left. You can kind of see it going up, but you can't see it real well. We're getting ready to turn away from it, but I mean, there's still plenty to see. the camera to the rearview mirror. So do you have anything planned today, DJ? Isn't it, Lisa? It's really pretty. It's one of those things where you can just kind of drive and have some like nice music and stuff. I like getting out off of the freeway and riding. They've got some really cool. Oh, you got Dixie Caverns at this next exit. I just seen that. So there's even more, areas. So I'm like areas. Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh. I just kind of tickled myself when I said it. But yeah, there with all the mountains and stuff, there's caverns and caves and stuff that people can go and look for, cheap entertainment. Might cost like maybe $7 or $8, to go into those kinds of things. And usually if you go to the Dixie Caverns or at exit 132. I think our society gets to the point where they just want like constant. I don't know what kind of entertainment. And I'm back. Get in the mountain area and you hit a little area. Yep. Am I back? You would go to a cave. Well, the caves, honey, they have them all lit up. It's not just, you're not just going into a black cave. You're not just going into a black cave, like what you'd see like on some of the movies and stuff. It's they've dug down into the caves and stuff, and they all like got electricity and stuff that lights down into the cave and stuff. And they'll have certain areas like the stalactites and stalagmites and stuff lit up like points of interest. All right, Mr. Semi. Thank you. You just decided to get for what? That's what happens when you get in the stuff. The semis can't get up and down the hills as fast. Like they'll try to pass each other, and then it's like, oh nope, I don't have that momentum. They'll go downhill and start getting momentum. But yeah, going into the caverns and stuff, it's really neat seeing how water and the soil makes those stalactites and stalagmites and everything, and makes the columns. Is when the stalactites and stalagmites actually kind of meet, and they'll make what's called a column. But those areas names like the Ohio caverns and stuff. They're in Ohio. Where you'll go in, I think there's one that's called Seven Keys that's, I want to say around Cincinnati or Dayton. I think it's more Cincinnati because again, the hills and mountains areas, where they have like little themed areas in each of the seven caverns, seven caves. There's 7 separate caves, and each one has different things in it. Like you'll go in and there'll be like the Snow White and Seven Dwarfs area, and you'll go in and it'll look like there'll be like little stalactites or whatever looks like little people standing there, and those are the dwarfs or something. They'll have like little spotlights and stuff, or they'll have like a lion roaring. It'll be just like a big chunk of rock or whatever, but it looks like a lion standing, like sitting there roaring. It's kind of neat. I can't remember how long they say it takes for like one inch of a stalactite to be made or something like that. One little drop of water to, per millimeter or something like that. It takes a long time for those things to crystallize and actually become like almost like a chunk of salt. And they tell you not to touch them because it discolors them. It messes with the natural beauty of them because they're like because of the iron and stuff in the soil, it gives them these really cool looking colors of like oranges and browns and reds and stuff. It's like looking at natural artwork. Those are things my dad used to take us to, the little things like that when we were growing up. There's also there's some Indian burial grounds or something there in Ohio because of the Pawnee Indians. I think those are the Indians tribes that are native to Ohio. I want to say it's Shawnee and Pawnee. It's saying my phone's getting hot. It's funny. I've never had my phone get hot like that. Let me turn my AC on. It said something about multi-window. I didn't know I had multi-window. Probably because it's on this holder. It's not letting the battery cool down. I know why it's the multi-window. One of them is the okay, sorry about that. I just need to look at what exit I needed. Once I get to that exit all in my life. It said it shut down it shut down my map because I had my GPS open. I don't know why I had it open. It's like I just had to go like forever one road for like 2 hours basically. Once I get to that exit, I'm almost to exit anyway. I'm almost exit 141. I gotta get to 143. So I'll be my live here in a minute. And after my appointment, which isn't too awful long. I'll let my phone cool down and stuff, and then I'll come back after my appointment and whatnot. Probably, I will do my appointment and then head over to Jimmy John's, and then I'll probably start it back up after I'm done at Jimmy John's. That should give it time to cool down a little bit and such. And then it seems like my trip home is a lot faster than my trip to the doctor. But yeah, basically my trip here takes forever, and I'm in and out of the doctor's office within like maybe 10-15 minutes. Because really, the only reason I come here is for medication refills, and then my urinalysis or whatever. Because they want to make sure I'm not like doing drugs or whatever beyond what my medications are that they give me, or make sure that I even have my medication in my system, and that I'm not like trying to sell my medication. blame them, but there's so many people that abuse the medications that it just makes it harder and harder to do anything. Gosh, my doctor in North Carolina, when I was in Virginia the last time, Blake and I we were seeing each other. We met online. A whole other story that I'll tell one of these days or some other time. My husband I met playing video games online. Of course, you don't play video games to date. It's not a hookup thing. Just don't. We met playing Battlefield 1. It's not even a romantic game. We were shooting people. But we were literally the couple that will throw a grenade at the same target at the same time after we've given the other person a chance to throw that grenade. And we still do it. We are just like that in real life. We just mesh like that. We just started hanging out back in 2015, and we've been together since we got married last year. Where was I going with this? Anyway, for his birthday, one of those years when I was still in Virginia, we were all hanging out for his birthday, a group of us, and we all had a birthday shot, just, a toast for his birthday. Well, I had my doctor's appointment, I guess, a day or two after that, and they did a urinalysis. Well, it wasn't a big deal or whatever. Nobody said anything. And when I went to North Carolina, my pain doctor there wanted to know if I had a drinking problem. I was like, no, I don't drink. What are you talking about? She says, well, December 16th or 17th or whatever it was, you had alcohol in your system during your analysis, your drug screening. I was like, I did? And I said, well, what was the date again? And she told me, I was like, oh, that was probably because that was Blake's birthday, and we had a birthday shot while we were all online playing video games. And she's like, well, we have a very strict policy against that, so you don't want to do that anymore. I was like, okay. And then I get treated for anxiety and depression. And there was a certain medication I was on, and she told me I wasn't allowed to take that medication anymore either. They have a strict policy against that. I'm like, but it's prescribed to me, even though I'm on all this other stuff. She's like, no, you can't do that. You need to stop that medication also. It's like, oh, okay. Nobody else had a problem with it except for that particular thing. Okay. So I just don't do it. That's something. It's like, okay, whatever. So, but anyway, I am on that exit. I'm going to go ahead and log off, and I will come back here in just a little bit. If I don't talk to you, have a great day. Have an awesome week, and stay tuned. I will be uploading at least one or two more videos here in the next, probably one, today with the Pup Cup, because she was just cute as a freaking button. Of course, Onyx is always cute. She's just like, she's my love bug. I get to watch this dog eat all day. Anyway, I will chat at you later. Lisa, thank you so much for helping me moderate